Hello there, my fellow Cybertronians. This is the Mega Ginge, Ginger Transformer podcast. I know my next video was supposed to be starting the War for Cybertron trilogy, but then we had the quite large drop of new stuff that Hasbro was going to be bringing out. Fortunately, it's in 2026, but I thought, why not do a quick little video of this? I've got it wrote down 'cause once again, hit my age, you need a little help, you know. But yeah, this isn't all the stuff. Once again, I'm like a primarily a Generation 1 collector. So if it interested me, I wrote it down. Thankfully, in 2026, this is the 40-year anniversary of the movie. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Some of these have to be taken with a pinch of salt. You know, it says in the websites, take with a pinch of salt, or don't believe this until we have basically physical proof in our hands. It's good advice. I got this information off of the TF 2005. It's mostly Generation 1 only stuff. If I can remember any other stuff, I will mention it. Studio Series 86 reveals. There was quite a few of these. Once again, it is the year of the movie. Even though I'm reading it quite a lot here, guessing there's going to be a few reissues as well, like bringing some back that people didn't get their hands on. Springer, Ultra Magnus, Optimus Prime, that kind of stuff. Megatron hasn't been mentioned, which is like obviously for me anyway, like a glaringly massive hole in the lineup because you've got Optimus Prime out, bring out Megatron. Yes, he's going to be a tank. Yes, it is what it is. Yes, I've accepted it because personally, I think it would have been hilarious in the movie if Megatron jumped for Starscream to catch him, then flattened them in a giant tank mode. It would have been funny. I can see the funny side, so I've accepted it. Probably not going to get him if it's another just Siege redo, if I'm completely honest, whenever he comes out, because I've already got a Megatron Siege, and that mold's been used to death. I digress. So here it is. What's been revealed so far, once again, take these with a pinch of salt, just like it says on the website. Studio Series 86 reveals Wind Charger. Oh boy. Is it going to be a live Wind Charger? Is it going to be dead Wind Charger? Because you didn't really see Wind Charger much, bar his corpse, which makes me surprised that Wheeljack wasn't on this list because are they going to bring it out as a two-pack? Dead Wheeljack and Dead Wind Charger like they did with like Prowl and Ironhide, Ratchet and Brawn. They've done it. It wouldn't surprise me if that was coming. They just haven't mentioned it. Sunstreaker. Well, I think he should have two toys because somehow he was on Earth and approaching Earth on the same shuttle as Optimus Prime. I mean, if you wanted another yellow character, Bumblebee was moon base too, fair enough. I mean, you get Grapple. And you do see Grapple briefly fighting on Earth. Like very, very briefly. Like it's a blinking you'll miss it kind of thing when Perceptor's leading the charge of the Light Brigade. And you see Grapple like in the background, just shooting and praying, if I'm guessing right. I mean, you see Huffer as well, but he's already there. So I don't think did we see a side swipe in the movie? I can't really remember him being prominent enough to remember, if I'm completely honest. Cliff Jumper. I'm hoping they go with the Bumblebee mold, the SS86 Bumblebee mold, and make a Cliff Jumper from that. I mean, we already have an SS86 Cliff Jumper, but it was made from a War for Cybertron mold. And though I like the look of it, didn't really capture the movie kind of. Once again, with the whole Megatron thing, I'm not looking for perfection here, right? But if it's a Studio Series line, you expect a bit more, Left field, very left field, was Kranix. That's right, Kranix. His world was destroyed by Unicron. Well, eaten by Unicron, right at the start of the film. And apparently there's a rumour, this is one you think with a heavy, heavy, about a rock salt, that if they do Kranix, they're going to do Arbalest, Animus Arbalest, another name that was mentioned at the start, along with Kranix. And I'm guessing it would just be a straight up remold of Kranix. But that'll be interesting to see. That was very left field. I didn't see that coming. That'd be like just one of your random Decepticons when Unicron like smashes his hand on his Cybertron and Shockwave says, "We're under attack, scramble." That would be like taking two of the random Decepticons that run by as he's saying that, and then just going, "Let's give them let's give them a figure." May happen. I don't know. We have Skywalker and Thundercracker, which, if I'm honest, I think should have been done earlier because we've got Starscream, we've got Coronation Starscream, His Seeker brothers really should have been before now, but they're coming in 2026, along with Shockwave. Yeah, he was in the movie for a grand total of like 10 minutes, if that. Like you actually no, take it back. talking close to probably 5. I don't even think he joined the attacking Autobot City. I think it was said that was basically a misdrawing if you see him in the city battle because he was apparently still on Cybertron. Moving on, they're really bringing the Decepticons with this for this year in 2026. Soundwave and Astro Train separately. No word if Soundwave is going to come with a plethora of cassettes. If he does, for example, if he comes with all his cassettes and they're all Studio Series grade cassettes, this might be the one time I bite the bullet and buy. I've got Soundwave and I've got many of his cassettes, but if it's Studio Series 86 and it's quality stuff, I might get it. But that being said, Studio Series Blaster only came out with one, and that was Eject. It was just not a see-through Eject. Or Rewind Eject. Who's the blue one? I can't remember. Old, old. And last but not least, and for individual, is Snarl. I don't know why Snarl. He was like one of the last Dinobots to come out. He was Snarl, then it was Swoop. And if you're going to do that, just bring out all the other Dinobots again. Once again, that might happen. In '86, they might just bring out a whack of stuff that's already been out. They might. I don't know. Because we have the capsule. And I don't know what they're meaning by capsule. I'm guessing it's just box of toys. But capsule sounds better. And apparently that's going to have Hot Rod, which I don't have. So fantastic. Hound, if it's Studio Series, I'll buy it. I mean, I have a Hound, but Optimus Prime, didn't get it. I must have just known somehow this was coming. Scourge is the only biter for me because I didn't realize we were going to bring out sweeps, right? Individual sweeps. I bought like 5 Scourges. So unless this one is a bit different from the Scourges I already have, I don't know whether I'll bring myself. I mean, if I get it, I want the other 3, I'll probably buy it. But I might just permanently transform that one, turn it into it's vehicle mode and just give it to my kid or something. Say, here, just throw this about your room, go nuts. That's once again Generation 1 reveals for the SSA6 line. There are other Studio Series reveals for TF1 or the Last Night and that kind of stuff, but it doesn't interest me, so I'm not going to report on it. You've got internet, so look it up. Next we have the 2026 Age of the Primes line. We don't seem to have all that many Studio Series and Age of the Primes line stuff coming out this year. And I've got stuff on pre-order, but it's not a lot of stuff on pre-order, which makes me wonder, is any of this going to be coming out in maybe later 2025? But without further ado, I'll start with the Primes, funnily enough. We're getting Quintus Prime, Amalgamus Prime, Nexus Prime. I read the TF Collectors Club and BotCon stuff, so Nexus Prime is quite exciting for me because Nexus Prime, he was a combiner basically. His parts are split up into 5 and spread out through the multiverse. Eventually they come back together to recombine into Nexus Prime. But I'm wondering if he's going to be a combiner with these individuals or if he's going to, I think it was a Breakaway and Heatwave and I wonder if we'll get all them or if it's just like one figure. But it would be nice to see either which way. Yeah, him, Amalgamus, and Quintus are the next primes to come rolling off the line. So cool. I mean, I'm looking personally for Liege Maximo. If I'm honest, because not all the primes can be good guys. Okay, we then have our Combaticons, Blastoff, Brawl, and Onslaught. I think that should by the end of that year you should probably have your Bruticus figure. I have a Bruticus figure I like. It's a Unite Warriors Bruticus. I like the figures. I'm not buying this because I would want to keep the Unite Warriors one as well because so much detail's put into it because it was Takara made. And I would end up with like 2 of everything. I know a lot of collectors are like 7 or 8 or 20 of everything. But I'm not. I ain't got that kind of money. So we got rid of the teams, we got rid of the primes. Randoms. Take this one with as much salt as you possibly humanly can without like dying from salt overdose. Sure Shot. Sure Shot, which was mentioned a year, maybe 2 years ago now at this point. So you would have expected him out last year or this year. But no. No, so he's been cock teased again for all of us Transformer fans who just want to finish our fucking Target Master Autobots. We've had crosshairs and point blank for God knows how long. Just give us your shot. Stop teasing. We want. Just give. So like I said, take that one with a really big wad of salt. Beast Wars Quick Strike, and it doesn't say Beast Wars Quick Strike, but when you see the photo, the image, it's Beast Wars Quick Strike, which I think, yeah, good. That's more Beast Wars figures. I like Beast Wars. Smokescreen, Power Glide, Swerve. Didn't see them coming, if I'm honest. I think we needed a new Power Glide. But Swerve, I don't think there was any demand. Smokescreen, we've had a few Smokescreens as well. So I'm wondering if this will be a package refresh for him. And last but not least, Generation 2 2-pack of Swoop and Sludge. I'm not going to lie, yeah, Year of the Dinobots, why not? I mean, they've already gave us the Generation 2 Grimlock in these proper Generation 2 colours, and whatever the hell that ghastly bright yellow thing was. That's, you think about it, that's a lot of stuff for 2026, and like I said, it's the 40th anniversary of the movie. There's probably going to be stuff getting brought back out, surplus they didn't sell possibly, cups, RCs, kind of stuff, plus all this other stuff. And who's to say there's not going to be other things brought out as well? But once again, I think this year's offerings have been a bit thin. I mean, we've got Zero Series Constructicons throughout the year. What else have we got? A few smattering figures from the Age of the Primes line, which I bought. Mainly I bought the Primes. I got Solus, got Prima, Megatronus. I'm still waiting for Oinks. Oinks still hasn't come up in pre-order anywhere yet. That's pissed me off. If I'm going to buy some of them, I want to buy all of them. I don't want to just have him somewhere at scalper price. I couldn't find him on pre-order. But yeah, there's not, and you've got your aerial watts. But once again, there's not that much mentioned. But it seems 2026 is going to be a good year, but it looks like maybe 2025 will be able to save some money. Unless you bought Leo Kaiser. That's £300 that I can still feel burning a hole in my wallet. But you know what? It's done. I'll sell the one I've got because I bought the other one Hasbro brought out like at least 5 years ago now. Sell off that one to make room and possibly get some money back. But yeah, that's everything I've been able to find G1 wise 2026. If there's anything else, I'll probably drop another video at some point. I think with the next video, we can finally get to the War for Cybertron series now. Roll out my fellow Cybertronians. I'll see you in the next video.